In college football, we are always so eager to jump to conclusions early in the season with a lot of football still left to be played. Now, I'm the first one to admit I do this all the time, and if you try to claim that you don't, you're probably lying, but it's okay to admit your faults in the comment section. After Week 10, the Big 12 has practically ruined their playoff chances. Let's dive into how we got here. When the Oklahoma Sooners beat the number 3 ranked Texas Longhorns in the Red River Showdown in Week 6, we almost all thought the Big 12 championship game was cemented as a rematch between the two schools. At this time, I also thought that Oklahoma was a lock for going undefeated and making the college football playoff due to their play on the field and the analytics. I thought Oklahoma was legitimately the number 1 team in the country. Please don't laugh. It hurts my ego. Also, Dillon Gabriel's name was heating up in the Heisman race. You guys were screaming his name at me in the comment section. All was well at the time for the Big 12, and it was confident that it had itself 1, maybe even 2 playoff caliber teams. Fast forward to now, OU has lost 2 straight games, got eliminated from playoff contention, and Gabriel has pretty much removed his name from the Heisman race with his last 2 performances. The Big 12 is wide open. And when I say wide open, just check this out. There are 7 teams that are still in contention to play in the championship, along with 5 ranked teams. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in November. This is getting unreal. This is very reminiscent of what the Pac-12 looked like a few weeks ago. The Pac-12 and Big 12 are similar conferences. They're both deep and have high upset potential. Unfortunately, this upset potential and parity has almost ruined the chances of the Big 12 having a team represented in this year's college football playoff. Now, not every team has an equal path to the title game, but chaos always seems to strike. The team that got blown out by South Alabama, yes, a 33-7 loss at home. No disrespect, but you could not be getting smacked in your own building by a Sun Belt team, especially if you're in a power conference. The Oklahoma State Cowboys have risen from the dead and are now in the driver's seat to reach the conference championship. Wow, what a turn of events. They beat OU in the final Bedlam matchup for the near future due to conference realignment, and they gave Oklahoma a great send-off to the SEC with some hugs and kisses. OK State is on fire right now, winners of 5 straight. Do not play with them. Do not worry. I'm going to make a video about Oklahoma State's running back, Ollie Gordon II. He is just not talked about enough for what he's doing right now with the video game numbers. After I finish editing this one, I might just pop some more caffeine and get to work. Shout out to this guy in the comments mentioning Gordon when I did not do so in my previous video. You're a legend, man. The Kansas Jayhawks are still in the mix with 2 losses, but a little less likely because they would need OK State to lose twice due to the head-to-head tiebreaker. But it's still amazing to see that program in the place that they're in after losing for so many consecutive years. I made a full video about Kansas. Go check it out if you're interested. It's been a couple minutes, and I have not talked about the front runner in the conference, the Texas Longhorns. Texas is chasing something bigger than just a conference title. They are still in contention for the college football playoff, but how real are those chances? They do have one of the best wins of the season currently on the road against Alabama, but their loss to Oklahoma looks a lot worse now, and they might be unable to avenge it in the Big 12 title game because the Sooners aren't guaranteed to make it. So, what does this mean? Texas does not control their own destiny in terms of making it into the top 4. They will not make it in over an undefeated Florida State, Georgia, a 1-loss Michigan or Ohio State, or even a Pac-12 champion like Washington. Based on where they are ranked right now, this is an objective statement. They are sitting at number 7 in the first committee rankings, and they have 0 ranked teams left on their schedule. While teams in other conferences play big games that will improve their resume, Texas will not be doing much to boost their case. They have high-risk, low-reward matchups against TCU, Iowa State, and Texas Tech. These are trap games. What I mean by this is that the committee is not going to bump them up for winning these because they'll be favored, but if they lose, their hopes are done. We've seen crazy upsets like this happen in the Big 12 year after year. It's the signature of the conference. Texas fans will be praying for chaos to happen in other conferences if they want a chance to make it in. Just in a few weeks, the Big 12 went from surely landing a team in the field to most likely being on the outside looking in. If the Big 12 misses out on the playoffs this year, it will surely be because of cannibalism. Regardless, this is one of the most exciting conferences to watch right now, and I'm excited to see it play out. Do you guys agree with me that the Big 12 is screwed, or do you think I'm crazy? Let me know in the comments, and feel free to let me hear it. Thank you guys so much for reaching the end of the video. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and join the best community in college football. You guys have been absolutely killing it with support recently. I've been Saturday Shenanigans, your home for unfiltered college football content, and I will see you guys in the next one.